I'm just telling you.
Okay. Well, take the trial. So we got
No, don't tell me, okay, let's take the car. Do not play with me. Get it. I mean, you can laugh about it or not, but the burden's on you guys. Please don't Mr. Montgomery. No, you'll hear me. So I'd suggest that you watch after I say something what comes out of your mouth. You're going to feel the full wrath of this road come down on you, and I don't want.
What started as a routine dispute over a car repair quickly turned into one of the most intense courtroom exchanges Judge Simpson had seen in a long time. A couple insisted that a mechanic should be held responsible for a fuel pump they claimed was never replaced years earlier. Confident they had an open and shut case, they expected the court to side with them immediately. But Judge Simpson wasn't interested in assumptions, he wanted evidence. As he carefully questioned both sides, one major problem became impossible to ignore. More than 2 years had passed since the original repair, and that long gap created serious legal obstacles. The judge repeatedly explained that frustration alone isn't enough to win a lawsuit. In court, every claim must be backed by facts, and without proof connecting the original repair to the current problem, their entire argument began to fall apart.
Yes. The vehicle is not running because of the fuel pump. They gave the original diagnosis. It's not running after they fixed it. And
I'm trying to figure out how in a mile you figured that out.
it rained for it. Because when I brought it in, it was running. I drove it in there. When I brought it in,
No. What I'm trying to figure out is, let's say it was right. Let's say everything is as you say it is. When you leave their facility, how do you know the vehicle isn't running?
we don't, it wasn't. It drove it.
So you drove it away from there. Okay, so then how, folks,
But it's also running when I took off the same way we brought it originally. It's just that what the problem was is that it was stalling out.
okay, so how do I know in that mile that they had not cured the stalling out?
You're supposed to work continuously. It's not.
Ma'am, I understand a whole lot more about cars than you think you do. And I'm going to tell you, I understand exactly how that fuel pump works. So, no, I asked you a question. How do I know that that vehicle wasn't stolen?
Because when you find the vehicle, then you look at it again. You don't say it. You must have diagnosis saying it's your vehicle. That was because he didn't remember dealing with the fixing our vehicle, trying to do for it. A few months or whatever it was. So this diagnosis, we got to be vehicle.
Because you came in there and gave them the same thing.
No, we just said the car. Stop. They did the diagnosis. And their diagnosis was that the fuel pump needed to be replaced.
Okay, why is that their fault?
Because they were supposed to replace the fuel pump first.
I'll get back to that. They go to O'Reilly's, pick up a fuel pump, put the fuel pump on, right? Fuel pump doesn't work, or doesn't do what it's supposed to do. How do you attribute that to that?
Because you had their car.
But you then don't bring it back until 2 years later. There is no workplace anywhere that is going to give you a warranty on a part, particularly in 1999, that in talking putting a part on a 10-year-old vehicle, that I'm going to warranty that part for over 2 years. Because that's what you're asking them to do.
The fuel that the original fuel pump was in that vehicle, that fuel pump was not replaced. That's what he wrote.
Okay, ma'am, I can hear, and I've heard you say that. That's not my point. My point is, if on in June 9th, 2020, You're saying they didn't replace the part. Supposedly, it's then not discovered until 2 years later, well, more than 2 years later, that part hasn't been replaced. That's your position. Their position is we replace the part. They're going to show, I'm presuming at trial, they're going to show a receipt for that part. And they're going to say, we put it on the vehicle. There's another place they're going to say they didn't put it on the vehicle. Here's my problem. Between June 9th, 2020 and October 3rd of 2022, I have no idea what happened with that vehicle. None. And even you guys don't have any idea, at least for 3 months. 3 months. July 2nd, 2022 to October 3rd, 2022. You guys have no idea what happened with that vehicle. Because it's not in your possession.
As the hearing continued, Judge Simpson patiently walked the plaintiffs through the weaknesses in their case. They argued that another mechanic believed the original fuel pump had never been replaced, but the judge pointed out that no one could account for everything that happened to the vehicle over the previous 2 years. Parts wear out, cars age, and mechanical failures happen for many different reasons. Simply because the same symptoms appeared later didn't automatically mean the first repair had been done incorrectly. Every time the judge explained this legal standard, the plaintiffs returned to the same argument without addressing the missing evidence. It became clear that they were relying more on belief than proof. Judge Simpson reminded them that the burden of proof always belongs to the person bringing the lawsuit, and without convincing evidence, even a sincere complaint may not succeed.
You want to know what? Okay, when do we want to try this? Because this is going to be too. I'm just telling you. Okay, well, take the trial. So we got. No, don't tell me. Okay, let's take the trial. Do not play with me. Good answer. I'm just telling you right now. You got significant problems because you got 2 years. They're saying you didn't put on the part. Who's going to tell me that that's the original one that's put on? This guy's going to say it looks like the original one, right? He would have given you a part. And quite frankly, I could go to any junkyard. They got a 1990 Jimmy. I could probably get that part. And somehow or another, you're going to say they bought a part, didn't put it on, and now you're trying to hold them accountable 2+ years after the fact. And what I don't know, I'm just being blunt with you. What I don't know is that whatever they did, that it didn't work. Just, just hear me out. It's one thing, you take it in there on June 9th, 2020. And let's say you get it to somebody July, say 1 month after, right? And you get it to someplace and they say, this part hasn't been replaced. Here it is. That could be a compelling case that they didn't put it on. What you're asking now is that and, by the way, that was doing the same thing, right? Right after the repair. Here, correct whatever you think is different about the story, 2 years plus, really, 25 months. After they supposedly have the part, I take it back saying it doesn't work, or that what happened didn't work. I don't even know how you're going to begin to show that. I really don't. Yeah. So, once we bring it back to the shop, and he agreed, okay, we'll take care of it, no problem. With Michelle agreeing to rectify that issue, all that time later, that has no reason. Well, what is he rectifying then? Well, the faulty part. Is he really rectifying the faulty part? He agreed to do it. No. Because, hold on a second. At the time, you don't know that the part is faulty. Do you? No, not. So, if you don't know that it's a faulty part, how is he trying to rectify the faulty part? Because he's already got a diagnosis and see fuel fault. He's after the diagnosis. Something else. He agreed to see a look at you. Okay. We'll take care of it. So what's that mean? We've got a customer that wants something done. We'll take care of it.
Yeah. Sure. How long is it supposed to last in video?
Well, that's going to be. I mean, I know enough about fuel pumps. I mean, you can put one in and it's operating just fine, but there are other parts of the system that are relying upon that fuel pump. And so, I mean, you can get a defective fuel pump. I mean, that can happen. But I can't even say that's what happened in this case.
They're trying to get from the other shop. He thinks that the components, he can clearly see the components for that fuel pump were not touched. He said, once those straps come off, they're broken. They need to be replaced. These are still.
How do I know that it happened?
Because he said so. He's the mechanic.
No.
He didn't. Because he didn't drive the vehicle. Then everything's still going to be used. Why would it be used? It's not being used.
Ma'am, that's part of the proof problem. Part of the proof problems is this vehicle sat for 2 years.
So the parts are still there.
They may be or may not. I mean, you're going to have to account for every day that that vehicle's sitting. I mean, you can laugh about it or not, but the burden's on you guys. When do you want to try this? Well, I'm going to get this done. Because you guys got this. So what I'm trying to tell you. And so we can giving them an offer of judgment. The fees are going to be paid if this goes through it. I don't know what your intentions are. Because I just want to give enough time for the regional discovery being closed. Will be sent July 26, 2023, 9 a.m. in person. Set at 9 a.m. in person. You're going to have all your witnesses, documents, evidence here. It will go for counsel that'll give you time to do an offer of judgment. So if it does come down to that, your fees will be paid. Yes.
Because you give us policy counsel.
You started this case. Well, it is now the end of May. That's 60 days out of trial. Discovery is closed. I don't know why it can't be tried. You're intending on getting an attorney? Well, I suggest that you do that as soon as possible. If they need more time, then certainly the court would entertain a motion to adjourn the trial. But otherwise, that's after this case sits right now.
Okay.
It's right. Don't even know. We're going to have a wait. You know what? Say something, Mr. Montgomery. No, you'll hear it. I'm going to tell you right now. I expect people to conduct themselves in certain ways in my courtroom. I don't know. Just listen. I don't want this, other stuff in terms of comments that I make. I will show you respect. The one thing I will not have. You can sit up there and you can disrespect me all you want. But I will never